Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Johnny Gooner and I'm here to talk about what happened yesterday, Arsenal versus Bayern Munich in the second leg of the quarterfinals in Munich. The anger has subsided and has transitioned itself into disappointment. Disappointment because once again, Arsenal gets to the quarterfinals of the biggest tournament, the biggest competition in all of Europe, and we messed it up. We go in there 2-2, right, after not great, but not terrible performance in London. I think, personally speaking, I think that we really lost the quarterfinals in London when Bukayo didn't go for goal against Neuer. Instead, he hangs his leg out, tries to get the penalty, and I mean the rest is history. But realistically speaking, we should have gotten out of that game, the first leg, I mean, 3-1 maybe? 3-1 had we not given up those cheap mental mistake errors, those goals that we gave up, right? When you go into a game like the quarterfinals against a club like Bayern Munich, few teams are going to go in there and win. It doesn't matter what their league form is. It's Bayern Munich. That's a team that has real European heritage. That's a club that they know how to win. They know what to do. I mean, think about what a gargantuan institution that is. Thomas Tuchel is leaving at the end of the season, right? They haven't lost the Bundesliga in 11 consecutive years. 11 consecutive years they've won that league. And they don't win it for 1 year, and it's considered a travesty. The manager's losing his job. People are talking about the Harry Kane curse, the Eric Dyer curse, the Tottenham curse, the curse of the history of the Tottenham, right? And we go in there, first place in the Prem, flying high, everyone's healthy, ready to go. We couldn't have asked for a better, more momentum to go into. Since we came back from Dubai, we've been on top of the world, scoring goals, clean sheets, just dominating teams, playing them off the pitch, 5-0, 4-0, 6-0. Arsenal fans really thought that we were going to go into the first game in London and smoke them 4-0? Come on, man. Let's be real. This is Bayern Munich. Of course, you have to be on top of your game to even come close to these guys, to get a sniff. You know? You guys really thought that we were going to be able to go in there and just dominate them like that? No. That's not the way that Europe works. That's not the way that these tournaments work. Heritage means something. It means a lot in these games. The main thing that I think let us down was our inexperience and our naivety in the game. I knew that, I'm telling you, that when Bukayo went for the penalty as opposed to going for the win, that the second leg was going to be really difficult. Who goes to Bayern Munich in the second leg and wins like that? It's difficult. You know, that place, the entire time, German fans don't sit down. Flares are going on in the pitch. The first 2 minutes of the game, I was watching it on TV, obviously. I was having a hard time even watching the game because the whole stadium was full of smoke. You know, it's insane. Those Bayern fans are crazy, absolutely crazy. The way they push their teams on, and it's another level. You know, it really is. We have a good starting 11, right? Maybe 13 good players that you can really count on to go in there and do something, and you can chop and move and rotate and do this and do that. But beyond that, there isn't much. I mean, think about it. We're down 1-0. What was it? 25 minutes left in the game? Maybe half an hour left in the game. 60 minutes, I think they scored. I'm not sure. But what options do we have off the bench? Jesus, baller, but Jesus and what? Trossard? And then beyond that, what? I think hindsight is 20/20. But when we went 1-0 down, you gotta take Jorginho off and bring somebody else on. Maybe put in Emil, you know? Because I'll be honest with you, I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I really, really, really think that Kai Havertz messes up the flow of our offense. I feel like he slows the game down too much and allows the opposing club's defense to reset and get into the right positions. every single time we went to have a crack, it was two defenders shutting it off. Two defenders shutting it off. You know, once again, our top forwards go missing. Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard. Where are these guys? Why is it that in the biggest games of the year, they go missing? Again, game after game after game, it seems like. You know, we're in the business end of the season. This is where you play the whole year. The whole year, we fought through injuries. Yuri and Timber gone the entire year. Thomas Partey gone the majority of the year. Gabriel Jesus has only played a handful of games this year, and yet we're still in the position that we're in. It's a testament to the way that Mikel has rebuilt this club. But that can only really, Mikel can only carry you so far. In the end, I need those big players, the Sakas, the Martinellis, the Odegaards, the Havertz. I need these guys to step up and get us over the line. Can they do it? I don't know. They weren't able to do it yesterday. I know that much. I just hope that as we move into whatever happens the rest of the year, I think that the season has been a decent season. We've moved in the right direction. You know, we've established our defense and our goaltenders and all that, and our goalie is I think David Raya is a step up from Aaron Ramsdale, but this is the moment in time in which it's like, are we really gonna take that step forward, or are we just gonna stagnate? You know, because we carry a lot of passengers on our bench, right? Like I said, 25 minutes left in the game. We're down a goal. Quarterfinals of the Champions League, biggest tournament in all of Europe. What do we look at? What choices does Mikel have? Trossard and Jesus. But what's beyond that? Eddie Nketiah, Fabio Vieira, Reece Nelson, Mohamed El-Neni, Cedric. You know, what is he really gonna bring on? You know, like I stated earlier, as soon as we went down 1-0, I feel like he should have brought off Jorginho and brought on Emil, because you gotta go for it, man. It's the quarterfinals. Let's push forward. Let's believe in our players. Let's make it happen. You know, but once again, we're too passive. We're too slow in the build-up. We're not fast. We're not dynamic. We're not decisive. You know, Martin Odegaard, I believe in you. Take a crack, man. Take a shot. You know, if you skate over the crossbar, who cares? Who cares? Let's go for it. Let's go again, man. Let's push forward. Let's take that next step as a club. I feel like we're ready for it. And this, if nothing else, was a huge lesson to be learned of what it takes to compete at this level, because this is the level now. We're beyond the mid-table clubs. I feel personally like we've moved past Manchester United. We've moved past Chelsea. We've moved past Everton, Tottenham. You know, those are clubs that, realistically speaking, Manchester United needs to compete. Manchester United needs a minimum of 13 new players. Brand new players. The only players that I think are good enough to play for that club are Andre Onana, and the jury's still out on him. Lisandro for sure. Lisandro Martinez for sure is at that level. But Onana, Lisandro, Casemiro, if Eric Ten Hag would use him correctly and put him in a diamond, as opposed to, anyways, Casemiro. And aside from that, Antony's not a United player. Neither is Garnacho. Mason Mount, forget about it. Amrabat, no way. Bruno is completely useless. That dude, if he doesn't score a goal or get an assist, he contributes nothing. But we're not talking about United. We're talking about Arsenal. But that's another thing that I want to speak on, is that's the metric that I personally use to see whether or not a player. Sorry, my little boy's right here, and he's Gio's just, I love him to death, but God, he's a terror. Anyways, that's the metric that I use to assess a player's performance in a match, is take away the goal or the assist that he got. Did he have a good game? Did he contribute? Did he slow down the offense? Did he turn the ball over? Did he give the ball away in bad areas? Did he put us in the right positions to try to convert those chances? To transition correctly from offense to defense, from the defense to the midfield to the forwards. Is he really helping in build-up, or is he just a passenger? When I see a player like Kai Havertz play, he just slows everything down. You know, listen, I want him to do well. You know, I love the song. I want him to do well. I want him to succeed. I love rubbing Chelsea fans' noses in it. The fact that he's come here and he's done all right. I wouldn't say he's done great, but he's done all right. You know, but for 60 million, man, I just feel like he's not a. I don't want to say he's a detriment to the team, because you don't get 9 goals and 5 assists, and you can call that detrimental. But I feel like the rest of the team has to kind of prop him up and push him forward, as opposed to where you have Gabriel Jesus, who's moving, who's pressing, who's doing this, who's doing that, he's just Gabriel Jesus. I got a lot of time for that guy. To me, he's a Ferrari of a player. He's just been hurt all year, you know. So my thoughts on this match are, for me, it was just a huge lesson learned. You know, it's super disappointing. It's hard. It's hard to stomach and take. Once again, Bayern Munich has done us again. You know, we've fallen for the trap. Again, Arsenal has been naive. Arsenal fans, we've been naive in thinking that we were going to go and we were going to pound them 4-0, 5-0, 3-0, whatever it was at the Emirates. That was never going to happen, guys. Come on, let's be real. You know, this is Bayern Munich. Even if Arjen Robben is not there anymore, Robert Lewandowski, Thiago Alcantara, you know, I know that those guys are not there anymore. But that's still Bayern Munich. That's footballing heritage right there. That's a gargantuan institution. People who don't follow football know who Bayern Munich is, right? People, that's a household name. Even here in the States, everybody knows Bayern Munich. You know, there's no way that we were gonna go and to the Allianz and play them off the park. It just wasn't gonna happen. You know, I was naive enough to think that we were gonna be able to put together the type of performance that was necessary. But once again, we come up short. We come up short, and it's not, to me, this isn't, I'm not Arteta out. I'm not Odegaard and Saka and Martinelli and sell them all and let's just rebuild. No. We have a fantastic base. We've got a good start. Now, this is the point in which I feel like we take that next step. We move on. You know, we kick on. We still have the league to play for. People are saying, "Oh, the league is over." No, it isn't. There's still six matches to play. Right? We've got Wolves at the weekend. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna hopefully be able to do a video before that to be able to do the build-up. And guys, I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate you guys watching the video. Please, if you enjoyed, like and subscribe. This is the first of many. You know, I love this club, and there are a few things that I put above Arsenal, aside from my family and my friends. I really love this club and everything that it represents. I really hope if you guys enjoyed, once again, please like and subscribe, and we're out.